Welcome to a Supply Chain Institute online resource. This is really simulating the supply chain, where we will dare to take a deep dive into the wonders of simulating, experimenting, and optimizing the supply chain. The course is structured in 5 blocks. The first by focusing on the DC. Hi everybody, long time no see. So I'm really excited to be back here with you. So the last couple of weeks we've been practically buried in work. So I haven't been able to complete some additional videos for you guys for this course, really simulating the supply chain. But the good news is that I'm back, and we have to close what we have going on with the picking process. So far, we've been able to create a forward picking area layout, enable locations for products and empty skids, replenish each location with specific SKU, define a picking route for the picker, replicate a DC sorted behavior by using statistics and statistical distributions, define a nested cycle for an order, an item, and a box. But we're still missing some parts of the puzzle. And we have to close what we have going on with the picking process. That you are seeing progress in what you are learning. And one way to do that is to complete an evaluation. And it's a very practical evaluation. So the challenge is that you guys will need to solve some problems that our model still has. It completes a couple of cycles for orders, for products, and for the number of boxes that it has to pick for each of the different SKUs. Well, it looks pretty nice from the distance, but that's because if we look at the data that was input to that model, we will see that there's something fishy going on. What if all of a sudden life strikes and boom, you have real quantities, big quantities that you have to fulfill for different products? Let's see how this behaves now. So the model is pretty weak in that sense, and you'll see that when you have numbers that are much closer to what is real, that happens for the size of the pallet. And let's grant this guy the opportunity to keep picking. Ooh, there's also a problem that's gonna hit you in your face when you try to run the model for a different purpose, and that's this problem right here that will not allow you to continue with the simulation run. Why? Because it will acknowledge that there's no more product available for you to pick. Now your task, my friend, is gonna be to solve that problem. And for that, I have prepared a starter model, what we call a starter model. So the name of this file is the starter model unsolved, and you're gonna find it in our webpage in the download area for these posts. Okay, when you open it, it's gonna ask you for your name, right? So I'm gonna type my name, Elisaga. Okay. What's my name? Enrique. Okay. And it's gonna show a pretty familiar model that we all know. We have the materials receipt, we have the storage, and we have the picking area. It will include some additional parts that maybe you're not familiar with. I added some color coding for you guys to distinguish between what's a task sequence and the additional activities that you have to include that are both, cutting the pallet to the maximum size. I would advise you that you color the activities that you add for cutting the pallet. You use this color, and the activities for replenishment are included either in this part of the block of the process flow or here. But basically, it's two additional, let's say, groups of activities that you will have to include here to make sure that you're able both to cut the pallet and to replenish any depleted product from the picking location. So once you've completed the modifications and you're ready, you will run the model. And look at it run. There we go, voila. So once you're finished and you're very sure about your answer, you run the model, and here it'll prompt some useful information. If you didn't get it right, it'll tell you some clues about it. But if you did, it will tell you some statistics and it will show you a passcode. This passcode right here, you need to copy it and use it in our website with this code, and you will get some credits. Let me show you how you would do it. Go to our website, you log in with any of your credentials. You can create a user in our website. Then go to your menu, go to Workspace. Here you will find the space assigned to the course. In here, there's a specific space for the passcodes. So here you would type down problem set 1, and here you would paste the code. Okay, so I'm just gonna make one code up. That code is gonna be tested later on in the background to see whether it is a valid or invalid code. That means whether the problem set was solved successfully or not, and then you just submit. There, your code was sent successfully. Be sure to collect all the credits that are going to be out there, because we are going to give out some pretty special merchandise and stuff to people who complete the course. Okay? Problem solved. So thank you guys, and I hope that you can do this successfully. See you soon. This is Really Simulating the Supply Chain, a free online resource for industry professionals. Cheers!